Good morning. It's a fucking beautiful day in the neighborhood. Want to go walking. God just spits down on you. But it really is a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Just means I gotta wear my umbrella and I go walking in my work boots. Those are waterproof. Brunt. It's worth it. Now that my favorite shoes have been mentioned, start with today's sermon. Today's sermon is about forgiveness. It's going to be about honesty. As I was living my life yesterday, I realized that forgiveness is a little bit more important than honesty. Because forgiveness is for you. Honesty is for them. You can be honest all you want. But if you're mad at somebody, forgiving them is the only way you're going to repair that relationship. You need to make sure that you know that all people, good and bad, make mistakes. Some of them go under a false prophet and try to ruin everything or take advantage of people. The only unforgivable thing that can't be forgiven is death. Forgiveness in cannabism has to come from the person it was done to. You can't get forgiveness from God. You can't get forgiveness from a nun. You can only get forgiveness from the victims. Only the victim can give forgiveness. There's none of this fucking going to church and asking for forgiveness to make your soul feel better in cannabism. And unfortunately with forgiveness, sometimes you can't get it. It don't matter what you do. Some people, them scars are so deep that it's just a part of their life now. Especially when we're kids. Every little word cuts like a knife. That's why forgiveness is for you as well. Especially as a father, you have to forgive yourself for not knowing better. You have to forgive yourself for acting a fool. You have to forgive everybody else because it's not worth it. Forgiving is about how you feel. It's not about how anybody else feels. See, kind of like my mother. She remembers every little thing that was done to her and how people can be trash. For me to say that, I think every life is precious. To say that people can be trash, it's because they can be. My mom, first husband, killed her daughter. Her second husband beat the shit out of her, cheated on her, tried to take her kids away. And then the boyfriend she always found, one of them was a really big pothead. One of them was a really bad alcoholic. The alcoholic was actually a good alcoholic. He wasn't a bad alcoholic. He was just drunk all the fucking time, right? He had a job and he would drink so much that the next day he'd still be impaired. He wouldn't drink before work, but you know, he was my favorite of the boyfriends. Mainly because the guy that had the weed was about my age. He was pretty cool too. He didn't like the fact that we used to steal all his weed. We'd sneak in his room and every day take a little bit of weed. We thought we found his personal stash and nah, that was the weed he was selling to pay for the weed he was smoking. That's what creates the dealer. Risk isn't worth the reward for most people. You know, it costs a lot of money to fucking buy weed all the time. Me and my wife have spent about $3,000 this year. Now, cannabis is definitely where the money's going. Forgiveness is for you. Because if you can't forgive somebody, and you're always stuck up on what was wrong, then you're going to have a bad time. You have to forgive everybody that's ever done anything wrong to you. It's very important that you forgive them. Because with those burdens on your soul, if you never forgive somebody, you're never truly happy. And that does include yourself. Forgiving yourself is the most important forgiving. There are actually good aspects to this weather. For one, with it raining, the mosquitoes don't bite me, but my phone gets wet. So I put this up, and then what happens is all the mosquitoes hide under the fucking umbrella. What the fuck's up with that? And Mom, she never has forgiven all the people that have treated her like trash. She never forgave my dad for killing my sister. She never forgave my sister's dad for fucking cheating on her and beating on her and trying to steal her kids. He was a fucking monster. She never forgave the drunk for always being drunk and not putting the family above and before everything else. She never forgave the pothead because even though the marijuana wasn't hurting nobody, the cops raided our house. And when they did that, this was after I was moved out, but my little sister still lived there. And what did the fucking good people do? The cops, the ones with the guns, the vests, the people that kicked in her fucking door, they fucking held my little sister hostage because they thought her boyfriend, the weed dealer, was gonna go crazy and beat the shit out of everybody. He would never fucking do that in front of her. But they were holding a gun to my little sister's head to get him to cooperate. So yes, my mother has learned that people are fucking trash. And people can be trash. But she needs to forgive them because all she does is sit around her house, watch other people to make sure they ain't fucking her over for something else. She's always thinking that people's going to take advantage of her. She pretty much gave up on guys. She don't want nothing to do with them. And I don't blame them. Honestly, with me and my wife when we were polyamorous, I thought most guys were turning into trash because that's all they want is a little bit of pussy. No, my mom, is it just the guys that have treated her like crap? No. It was her employers. All them people that have treated her, mistreated her, even best friends that have done things to her in the past. The companies that, fired her for being racist because she called herself a nigger. Oh, she's so far from racist. I don't understand how a black person could want to be called nigga. That word means slave to me. It don't matter if it has an R or an A. I don't like rap with it in it. I mean, yeah, it's a good rhyming word. But when it comes down to it, back when slavery was actually an issue, if you were being called a nigger, that wasn't a good thing. There wasn't anybody that liked being called a nigger back in them days. Nobody should be called one today. We have moved beyond that. Mom, if you see this video, I'm sorry to throw you under the bus. Let everybody know what has happened in your life. I know you don't like people knowing about your business. Matter of fact, that's why you never share my content. That's why you never comment on anything. Because you think everybody else is going to sit there and ridicule and judge everything I do. Well, Mom, I love you to pieces. I forgive you for not supporting me and sharing my content and doing all that. I don't really need you to. I don't have to share nothing. I'll put all my laundry on the clothesline so everybody can see my skid marks. I let everybody know what's going on. Yeah, I'm a pothead. Why do you think I had to start a whole new religion? Because I think I'm fucking God. And the Christians ain't going to accept a pothead for a God. So might as well just become a whole new religion altogether. I am cannabis. It came from my head while I was high. Believe it or not, Cannabizm, it's not about weed. It's about vision weed gave me. Ask me about the song I wrote for it. Anyways, that's today's sermon. Love you all. And be good and forgive.
If you would help me spread the word, please like and share my sermons. Donations can be made on YouTube channel at Cannabizm.